Hello and welcome back to Purple Mafia in video form, of course. There's the podcast. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, the Vikings lose by 3 to Pittsburgh, 24-21. But yeah, the Vikings made a nice comeback in this game, trailing 21-6 at one point, 24-6. Ugly game. The Vikings did draw first blood, and pretty much after that, it was all Pittsburgh. Couldn't stop the run today. More injuries to the offensive line. Ryan Kelly, another concussion. I mean, it's just like, what a waste of, I don't know. Got our hopes up with this offensive line, and it looks like it's not going to work out. It's just, what can you say? It's not going to work out. It just isn't. Brian O'Neill with a knee injury. It looked like he was in a lot of pain. No information at the time I'm recording this, but I don't know. With our luck, that's probably it again. He already had an ACL before, didn't he? So, or was it Achilles? Extremely depressing. So, whatever it is, whatever it was. I keep saying that. Whatchamacallit, right? No, sorry. That'd be a nice sponsor, but unfortunately, I don't know about that. Jordan Mason, well, the Vikings, the offense didn't really utilize his strengths. But again, when you don't have a starting center, as good as Burgess can be at times. You're hopeful with him as a center, but I don't know if he's a starting center in this league. And what was it, like his second, third game, basically. So, well, I guess he's probably going to be the center because I don't know. Ryan Kelly, what has he got? 5 concussions already. O'Neill, the right tackle, not sure what to say with his future. And that just kind of sums everything up. It was a great comeback. It was wonderful to see Jordan Addison out there. He did have that 81-yard play, which was absolutely awesome, which all of a sudden, oh my God, the Vikings have a chance here as long as we can actually stop the Steelers. And they kind of did. The Vikings kind of stopped the Steelers, but at the same time, you know what was missing in this game? The turnover, the big play by the defense, pardon me. Now, there was one big defensive play, but it was more on special teams by, let's see, what's his name? Oh, yeah, Isaiah Rodgers. Yeah, he blocked a 30-yard punt or field goal, which usually is a chip shot, so that was awesome. At least the Vikings had a big break there. Big break early as well, which looked like a fumble by Jordan Addison. The ball rolls out of bounds, so miracles happen sometimes. Jeff Okudah was burned on a key play down the stretch in the game. It's just, the Vikings defense wasn't making the big plays that you're hoping for at times. Redmond with a couple of sacks, especially on the first freaking drive of the game, pardon my French, but freaking drive of the game. But it's that kind of game it was. You're going to be doing a lot of swearing, saying bleep you this and bleep you that, as the Steelers would keep getting first downs and the Vikings offense would get stalled again. A couple of interceptions by Carson Wentz. 350 yards. I mean, occasionally good, occasionally bad. That's kind of what it was like with Carson Wentz. Inability to stop the run, just losing in the trenches again. Aaron Rodgers was very sharp, 18 of 22. Good for him, blah, blah, blah. But again, the big play just wasn't there defensively. DK Metcalf is a punk. I don't like him at all. Going back to Seattle, he's a punk. 5 catches, 126 yards. Good for him, I guess, but I can't stand the guy. That whole Seattle thing, I just, imagine my fingers sticking up. I just don't want to do it. Justin Jefferson, had 10 catches. He just had the one play where it was an incompletion. 126 yards, great performance. Did not get in the end zone. And again, Addison also didn't quite get to the end zone. It would have been nice. Thankfully, the Vikings scored eventually on that play and converted a 2-point conversion. So that was nice. Solid game by Naylor, generally speaking. He had a touchdown and that 2-point conversion as well. So appreciate him at the end of the day. As 2-point conversions don't count as a catch, unfortunately. Addison did have one that went through the hands, which was really frustrating. Would have been a difficult catch, but, well, it would have been nice. It really would have been nice. Reichert made both of his kicks, not too long, a 41-yard long at the end of the day. The return game was pretty good. I'm not mad at Miles Price or Ty Felton. Their returns were pretty nice. 25, 20, almost 26 in average on the kick returns. Punt returns 23 and a half. That's awesome, actually. I mean, you don't get that very often. Well, those are kick returns by Miles Price because the Steelers scored often. Punt returns, 6 yards return. Sorry, but still good, solid, generally speaking. Very happy with Miles Price, but here I am talking about special teams. They were the best part of the game at the end of the day in a lot of ways. except for the offense picking it up late. And right when they were in position to do it, another failure at the end of the day, interception at the end, and that was kind of all she wrote. And extremely frustrating. This was an ugly, ugly football game. It was nice to have that little furious rally late in the game, but of course it did what Minnesota teams often do. What do what do local commentators always say? They just came up short. Yeah, that's great. They came up short. Thanks. It's wonderful, wonderful feeling. Just same old story, but that's pretty much what it was. I don't know. No pot of gold in Ireland, I guess. No, there really wasn't. It was a pot of garbage until that furious rally late. Kind of exciting, but other than that, it stunk. It was a crappy game. So that's all I got to say here. Thank you, and do check out the podcast later tonight. Please do. Purple Mafia Podcast on all of your favorite podcasting apps. Thank you, and we'll talk to you next week.